The A in I shampoo of our figurative language acronym stands for alliteration. An alliteration is a repetition of the first sound in words. Here's an example that everybody knows. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. This is a nursery rhyme or a tongue twister, and so alliteration is used very frequently for emphasis and for a cool sound when you're reading or reciting a nursery rhyme or tongue twister. And tongue twister is also an alliteration. Here's an example from literature. This is actually from Harry Potter. He had hidden himself behind the hydrangea bush this evening. So we have he had hidden himself in hydrangea. They all start with the light H sound. And that might be chosen because it makes kind of a hushed sound, the hushed. So he's hiding, he's hidden, it's quiet. Here's another example from The Great Gatsby. So we beat on, boots against the current, borne back, ceaselessly into the past. Now our B sound is what is repeated most frequently in this sentence. And it's a little bit more spread out. It's not as obvious, not right next to each other. But beat on, boots against the current, borne back. That has kind of a hard sound, and maybe it's mimicking the sound of boots on a street. And one last example is a very famous poem called The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe, and this is a couple of the first lines. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary. Now, we have W's. That's the sound that is repeated. Weak, weary, and while. Now, there's one more word in this sentence that has the W sound, but it doesn't start with a W, and it's once. Once, while, weak, weary. Poe really wanted to emphasize that sound in this particular couple of lines in this poem. And if you read through The Raven, there are several times, many times actually, that he uses different types of alliteration to emphasize a certain point or to create a sound within the poem.